Hey guys, it's Jovi. Welcome back to my channel. So this is a video about DMX. This is the second time I'm recording it. The first time the mic wasn't plugged in. Anyway, yeah, we want to talk about DMX, the situation, how he got in this situation, and what we should learn, or what we can learn from this. Okay, before we begin, please don't forget to like this video. Like it now, like it later, just like my video. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms, so please follow, please subscribe, and let's drop this intro so we can do this over again. Okay guys, so listen, DMX OD'd a couple of days ago. It was like 5 days ago. He OD'd on drugs like 5 days ago, and currently, as of right now, today, they're waiting on doing more tests for his brain and lung functions, because for the last 2 or 3 days they have been telling us that basically he's a vegetable. Like, I don't know how else to say that without just saying it like that. Y'all know I can be extremely blunt, but like, yeah, no, not here, not for this. So he's in a he's a vegetable. He has no real brain function. He can't breathe on his own. Once your brain function is unresponsive, that kind of just, we're really sad to say, but we're really waiting for his mother, his family, who is in control of his life. He was divorced, so not his ex-wife anymore, and he wasn't able to marry the fiance as of yet, so she doesn't have any control. So we're now waiting for his mother to decide that to pull the plug. Okay, we're waiting for a decision to get this plug pulled. I really wanted to come and talk to you guys about how DMX got in this situation. Demi Lovato brought her dumbass up on Al Gore's internet, on Beyonce's internet, and started talking about, it could have been her. Let me be clear to you and to every other person who's going to come across this video. Unless someone tricked you into using drugs the first time you used it, it could not have been you. You, I, or none of us know what it's like for someone to not choose to use coke or crack or whatever. This is public record, okay? DMX has spoken about this. He was young. He was 14 years old, a man that he looked up to, an older man in the neighborhood, because he did not have any real family guidance. I don't know where the fuck his mama was at. I don't believe he had a dad. Not active, right? He was a street kid. Like what I used to call, when I was younger, he was like a group home kid. There was nobody to take care of him. He was just in these streets, right? And as he was in the streets, there was someone that he looked up to. He was 14. The guy was like 30-ish, right? And after DMX shown him his rapping skills, right? Because, going back and forth, and he showed his rapping skills, it seems like the man was jealous of the potential, okay, of little DMX's potential. And even though at the time D never smoked weed, cigarettes, drank, did nothing, he was just excited to be here, right? The man rolled up what DMX thought was weed. It was really a wooly. What they call it? They call it wooies. I think they used to call it wooies. I don't know what they call it now. Basically marijuana mixed with coke or crack, right? And made him, and gave it to him for him to smoke. Now, I knew a guy growing up. He lived in my neighborhood. I didn't know his name, but he used to model. Let's get to the point. He used to model for Ralph Lauren back in the day. He used to be a Ralph Lauren model, a polo model, right? And the dudes in the neighborhood was jealous of him. One of the people he thought were his friends. One day they were hanging out. They were chilling. They decided they was going to smoke, right? Smoke some weed. They rolled up cocaine, crack in the weed and gave it to the guy for him to smoke. I seen that happen when we were like 17. The last time I saw this guy was probably like 30, just walking up and down the neighborhood, like fucked up in the head. Like his life was over. It is a whole different beast. Okay? When you make a choice to use said drug, coke, crack, even weed, whatever, it is a choice. When it's a choice, it's a whole different vibe and experience, and then subsequently experience that you go through, because this was never your fucking choice. People did this to you. It fucked up the dude that I knew. He had a great career, potentially, because we were still like 18 or something. And he's just been wandering the streets of Crown Heights ever since, looking fucked up. And like he just cannot. It must be. So I'm assuming that for DMX, it must be like that. And like, again, probably a lot worse. DMX has, because he's not gone yet, has an immense amount of talent. Okay, if DMX, and I will say this, and I will hold my hand to the fire, if DMX did not get strung out the way he got strung out when he was young, he could have possibly been bigger than Biggie, Tupac, and Jay-Z. Okay, when DMX broke out of here in the late night, in the 99 2000s, well 98 99, whatever, y'all know what I'm talking about. He came out here with a force you could not even comprehend. The New York Post today posted some trash ass interview, some trash ass article really, about all of the homes that DMX has lost since he's been a rapper. For what? For why? Do you post all the cokeheads that you know who've lost and destroyed their lives and their family? You see how people have so much sympathy for these white crack and cokeheads, who make the conscious decision to go out here and light that fucking pipe up, or to sniff that shit off that fucking $20 bill. But DMX can't even die in peace. Who raised you? Demi Lovato out here trying to make it about her. She did OD, but your OD is not his OD. Your OD is not his OD. Your life is not his life. You made a conscious decision. Your choices are not his choices. He never had a choice. That man never had a choice. I can only assume that the difficulties of quitting these drugs are probably harder for the person who did not make the conscious decision to start using them to begin with. Funkmaster Flex came out and basically he talked a lot of shit most of the time, but he said some real shit. He's like, where was the care beforehand? Now everybody outside the hospital, where was the care? People talking about this man having 15 kids. Who cares? He was married. He was married to the woman. I think most majority of those kids are hers. Like, why, what? In comparison to a lot of these men out here, DMX just seems like a decent human being. He doesn't seem like he was just on trying to be a fucked up person or just a effed up person in general. He doesn't give those vibes. He's a druggy vibe. He's a druggy vibe. But again, that wasn't by his doing. And the man can't even die in peace. The man was out here, he married the woman he started having babies with. He took care of all of his children, to our knowledge, to the best of his ability, even though he was a fucking crackhead. You know, he did everything. He tried. We watched him on the Verses the other day, a couple of months ago, giving us such authenticity. He couldn't even fake it. I just want to say that we have to remember that we all have talents. Some of us have the talent to do this. Some of us have the talent to, like DMX, create emotions through words, right? Some of us are envious of people's talents. A lot of people are envious of your talents, of your skills, and you have to be very aware. You know, we have to be able to be there for our children, because DMX was 14 years old. There was no reason he should have been in that situation to begin with. Okay, it starts at home. Okay, it starts at home, because he should have been able to been raised decently. Most of our kids should have that. That shouldn't be something that's so fucking difficult to have, to be raised in a decent, healthy household, to feel that you're loved, to not be in a position where you out chilling at night with grown men and they offering you crack because your mom don't care where you at, or you don't got no daddy, or whatever the situation is. Because a lot of kids out here fucked up. A lot of black kids out here with no guidance. A lot of black kids out here with so much fucking potential, and the next person will see that potential and try their best to drag them to the pits of hell from which the fuck they came. That man who gave him the crack coke, he's probably dead somewhere in someone's pottered field. But the legacy of the hating ass nigga that he was is playing out for the world to see right now. I'm done. I want DMX soul to rest. Finally be able to rest in peace. Yeah, that's it.